Hey, journeyman, journeywomen, this is a hero journey with Dr. D, here to encourage, to inspire, to motivate, educate, and help you get beyond your first move. If you find any value in this content, don't hesitate, give me a thumbs up, and please help me help you so we can help others. So by clicking subscribe, you join me as we climb up to actually help a better, make a tomorrow, today. And I'll hit the bell for future updates of events and upcoming videos. So let's get on with it tonight. I've disconnected on my other platforms, but I will upload those at a later time, meaning my Facebook. But my first priority is my YouTubers. So today, and my subs. So let's talk about it. We do three things here on Wednesday nights. Is first I cut down my music. Y'all probably can't hear it, but I can. And what it does, it distracts me from getting to actually saying what I have to say. Because I'm back in. I'm thinking that y'all hear me, but I think y'all don't. But in case, so let's talk about it. We do the update. First we do the recap, and then I do the update, and then I do a Q&A. So I'll open up my chats right here. So if anybody's on here, leave your messages on the comment section right below. And for the replay, just follow along with it. For the people coming live, leave your comments down below. And then when we get to the Q&A section, then I will address those accordingly. So, all right, let's talk about we're going to talk about the recap. My last video that I did was, the video was talking about, I said, how do you deal with loss during the holiday season? So what it is that, we all deal with loss in different types of ways. And when you think about loss, immediately you think about death of a loved one. So that is a big part of loss. But loss is not just the death of a loved one. Loss could be a breakup of a relationship. Loss could be a pet who's been close to the family, who has died, who's no longer there. A loss can be loss of employment, and because it's an attachment there because you need to feed your family and be connected. And sometimes when people you lose your employment, you withdraw because, especially if you are the breadwinner, whether you're female or you're male, you kind of feel connected to that, and you lose that job. Some people, their lifespan and their being is connected with their employment and their occupation or their career, and they lose that. So that's big for them. So you got loss of employment, loss of a pet one, loss of a long-term relationship. Yo, boo, y'all thought y'all be there forever, y'all be connected, but something happened. You can't call your boo, you can't have a Netflix night, and so it's heartbreaking. So they left your life. You may find another, but that time is still a great part. And also divorce. And divorce is like it's comes from the word defect, and defect is like a war term. I mean, when you defect, you separate from what you was connected and you're bound to. You're bound to, and you went somewhere else. So it's like a separation of your origins of being, or your connection, it's a separation of the commitment that was once made. And so that's like a death as well. So if you see the person again, you probably want to kill them. Or it hurt real deep. A lot of times when people want to kill somebody, it's a projection of their inward pain. So and then you got a loss of a loved one. Big mama or dad or somebody close, your mama, or just your lone friend, somebody who you used to always pick up the phone to call. Just not tonight, not this holiday. You can't. You want to pick up, and you actually do try to pick up the call, pick the phone, realize that they're not at the other end of the receiver. You have the dinner table, and this time in pandemics, the dinner table is you get video screens there because it's kind of barren because nobody wants to catch the virus. So you may have a skeleton crew at the house instead of the house full. But part of the skeleton crew, one part is not there, and you have a longing, or you feel a certain way because you miss that individual or those people. So that's the loss of a loved one, which and you feel that they're gone too soon. They're left. They're departed. So I talked about that in the video. I talked about how individuals, how you leave, how people leave alive unexpectedly, and some expectedly, but still you're not ready. But how do you deal with that in the midst of a holiday, which would be a celebratory time frame? Yeah, everybody's gonna be cheering and having, laughing, look at the game, but you look at Daddy's chair, he's not there, and you feel some kind of way. How do you deal with it? You know, a couple of people, they deal different ways. Some people pull away just to get themselves together, not to isolate themselves and be antisocial, but to get themselves together. And and it's times it's okay not to be okay. It's okay not to be okay, and it's okay to bring up the person's name and the essence of them, so you can talk about the good times instead of focusing on the fact that they're not there. And it's all right to do honorarium for the individual. And if you need help, it's definitely get help. Call somebody. Don't do it by yourself. If you got to get out there, don't stay locked up in this. Don't lock the stuff inside. Let it come out. I mean, deal with it. Get some professional help. Get a friend. Get somebody, but don't keep it inside because the person meant something to you. And grief is a process. You got denial. You got anger. The person may have left too soon. Then you have bargaining. And then you may go into a slight depression. But you want to go to the clinical depression. And then you have a recovery process. When you come out, it's a process. And like I stated in the video, it's a process. It's not a race. I mean, it's a journey. And everybody has a different journey. Everybody has a different process. And like I stated also in the video, you don't know my pain. You don't know my story. And you haven't lived my story. So how can you tell me? You can give me guidelines and I can navigate through that so I can get to my destination in a better way and better measure. But don't try to mandate what I need to do. Give me a guideline and I can navigate through that to get to that destination that I need to get to. So, I'll go and I recapped. So I talk about a lot about how do you deal in that time. So you want to know a little bit more? Just go ahead. Just rewind the video, look at the video, and leave some comments in the comment section. I will respond. Leave some comments if you have any new questions within that, from looking at the video or from my communicating with you right now. Just leave them in the comment section right now. Leave in the comment section right now, and I'll respond to it. I'll leave suggestions or anything you need to go further into. Me make another video to connect with the grief, the lost video, and I have no problems. I'll do that, so that helps me out, so I can get new material. I'll do the research for you, because my goal is to help you get beyond your first move. Now, my that's my recap, and now my second part of this video, and it's probably gonna be a short one, is an update. My update that I'm doing the video. It's going to be New Year's or the day after New Year's. You probably get Saturday morning, you get Saturday, you get Friday. I'm going to do I'm doing a video about New Year's resolutions. It may be called New Year's resolution. Really? Well, what is your plans? And and that's the general gist of the video that will come out either Friday or Saturday, even maybe even Sunday. It depends. But you have it this weekend. So that's my update. Then my recap. Second part is my update. That's the video that will be coming up, and now I'm about to go to the Q&A. So I have a couple of questions up here. All right, Philip, would you like to come on the screen, or you all right? But just give me the questions and letting me read them. I'll start reading in, and you give me a yes or no in the comment section. Okay, first questions. I have, you got a suggestion for dealing with grief. That's a suggestion. Phil says, okay, I got you. Phil says that, you got a suggestion for dealing with, grief. Laugh. I agree. Laugh. But don't laugh yourself into tears. Because sometimes laughter, um, laughter, while it has a healing element, sometimes people use laughter to cover up the feelings inside. Laugh, but still deal with the stuff in the trunk. Maybe not at that time. It may serotonin levels, dopamine levels. It will increase it. It will temporarily, but you still need to deal with the process. All right, but I agree with laughter because that helps levity the situation. You can laugh about situations or different things that you experience with the individual that you lost, or when the dog knocked down the turkey off the counter right before Thanksgiving dinner. Everybody just look at the dog with the with the knife, stuff like that. Okay, laughing is good. It does not mean you're not sad. That's true. That's what I just said. All right. And second, it simply means you are coping with the situation. Very good, Philip. Yes, you're coping. You coping. I agree. I agree. You cope with the situation. Laughter really is a good. Laughter is a good medicine. It's a good book I read. It's a merry heart, good like a medicine, and it is. Helps increase the serotonin levels. Dopamine levels increase. I mean, it does. It makes you feel better. And sometimes you have to laugh. Even if you fake laugh, it does something to your system and makes you better. It makes you feel better. It increases good feelings. Instead of a person walk around frowning, saying that they're happy, but they never told their face. What kind of mess is that? Never told their face, I'm happy. Always frowning. Don't make any sense. All right. Okay. So, haha. This is a brief. Whoa. Oh, Phil said another statement. He said, sometimes when I talk about grief and loss, sometimes it takes time to deal with grief. And I did state that. I tell everybody, you said you don't know. When I stated that people can guide you, but they don't know your story. I did not say it takes time because a, a week to you may be 3 weeks to me. It depends on how you perceive things. It's like, have you ever had somebody tell you that, oh, that's common sense? Yeah, everybody know that. No, it's only common if I grew up in your household, slept in your bed with you, ate at your mama's table, went to school with you every day, know all your habits, your traits, your ticks, and your goods and your bads. That's when everything's common because we come from a common place together. And when you live with me, then you can say that's common to a certain extent. But still, you don't know what goes on inside my head. But you have a better you have a better point of saying it's common because you know from whence I came. But if you don't know that, you can't say it's common. A lot of people say that in marriage. That's common. It's not common. It's only common to you because from where you come from. If 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 I live on 40th and Federal, and John lives in Beverly Hills, in Chicago, a common day going home for school is not a common day for Bob. It's not a common day for John. I guarantee you that. So it's only common based on environments, on environment. So I did address that, but I've just redone that for you. I redid that for you. So so that's common. So with that being said, I did the recap, did the update, and I did the Q&A session. Unless there are any more questions, I'm pretty sure I will see them before I finish my ending. What is the easiest way to deal with grief? To deal with it. Yeah. Was that the last question? Well, the easiest way to deal with grief is to deal with it. And if you're unable to deal with it, get some help. Call a friend. Call the helpline. Go to a church. Pick up a pamphlet. Read a book. Go to Barnes and Noble, get a cup of coffee, and read a book. But don't stay away from everything, because when you come out of isolation, thinking that everything's gonna be all right, it won't be all right. But sometimes you need some time to yourself. So, like I stated, the best way to deal with grief is gradually deal with it based on your capabilities. Now you realize you can't go all full fledged into it. Get somebody to talk to a confidant, spiritual guidance. Sometimes a little time to yourself, but still you need to kind of pull it out. Some people can pull out in big chunks, and some people takes a little bit at a time. A little bit of time to get grips of the reality of the situation and be able to coast and guide on that. But what if I don't feel comfortable talking to other about the problem? Call a helpline. They don't know who you are. Get in the group. They have chat rooms on Facebook groups, Reddit, discussion areas. I saw the Reddit post the other day about this individual. She has 7 children, and she was dealing with issues with paying her bills, and somebody told her that she was the problem, such and such, and this and that, and all this stuff. And she just needed a word of encouragement. It's on a subreddit of encouragement, and somebody came in and said, yeah, and gave an encouraging word that you're powerful and how you are. She didn't know her from Adam, have never seen her, but gave her some word of encouragement. And the person responded saying that meant a lot to her. Sometimes it only takes a word of encouragement in the midst of darkness, of a rejection, of antagonism. So you have different avenues you can go to where you can be anonymous if you don't want to face people face to face. But dealing with COVID-19 related grief is different. True. How is Phyllis said, but dealing with COVID-19 related grief is different. It is different for different people, different ways. It's no different from. It's still grief. It still is grief, is loss, but and everybody's individual. Like I stated some of my videos previously, we all are different. We all handle things in a different manner. What I'm only 50. It's been 100 years since we dealt with pandemic like this one. Well, no, we ain't dealt with anything because I'm only 50. And last time, I don't think you're 100. So I haven't had the personal experience of dealing with it. I've heard about it. I've read about it, but I have not experienced it. And I'm pretty sure the technology wasn't like it is now. So it's just different. It's still different. People deal and they cope in different ways. So Solomon said, there's nothing new under the sun, not even a pandemic. It's been 100 years since we dealt with pandemic. The children of Israel dealt with a plague. Come on, somebody. And that's more than 100 years. So the same reference you say to 100 years of pandemic, you can say it's over 1,000 years from plague. That's the same relationship that I have because I've only read about it and heard about it, but I've never experienced it. So in essence, this is my modern day plague, which I'm pretty sure is different. But the people 1,000 years ago, 100 years ago, couldn't deal with. They didn't have Facebook. They didn't have grief groups on Facebook or subreddits or a hotline. They didn't have phones. Not like we have them in our pocket. So everything's different. We all deal differently. So nothing's new under the sun. You just handle it in different mannerisms. All right, so if anybody noticed on my on I have right down below, you can leave something in the comment section. Any questions you'd like me to address at a later date. More question. Phil had another question. God said, if God loved us, how come He allows a pandemic to happen? Good question. I have a challenge. I want you to ask Him tonight. God allows that to happen because it's not His doing. He allows things to happen, but He doesn't make things happen. Now, somebody got hit by a car. God didn't make the person hit him. The person was drunk. So what? Everybody makes choices, and things happen, even to good people. Bad things even happen to good people. All right, so I have down below. You look down below. Look on the lower thirds. I have my website. It has my. If anybody needs any further services to a hero's journey, which is my agency, you can click down below. Look at my website. You set up a time. Maybe we can set a time. We can talk about some things. But in the meantime, if you don't seek to go look at my website, you can always come back with me. I do another video on Friday, and I'll do my Wednesday Friday, Saturday, or Sunday because this is New Year's. And then I'll do my updates on Wednesday. And so, but I do encourage everybody to comment, just comment and share this video or share the previous video, because if it doesn't help you or if it has helped you, I'm pretty sure it can help somebody else. It don't cost nothing to share, nothing at all, nothing at all. So with that being said, I did the recap, I did the update, and I did the QA. I'd like to thank Philip for asking, engaging, giving good comments, as well as asking stimulating questions, even add a little humor at the end. It is not, gone. It has not been unnoticed. Well, with that being said, this is a hero journey with Dr. D. Here to encourage, to inspire, to motivate, and to educate, helping you get beyond your first move. And if you find any value in this content, don't hesitate. Give me a thumbs up and click. And by clicking the bell, by clicking subscribe, you help us make a better tomorrow today. And also click that bell so you get updates of new videos and different events that I may start doing at a early future date. So go ahead and do that. Comment, share, like, and with all that being said, if you have the opportunity to wake up tomorrow vertical, when you get up vertical, make it your goal in life to always move forward and never step back. Remember, always move forward and never move back, because there's somebody in front of you that needs to see your face and your smile. Peace and blessings. This is it. Hero's Journey with Dr. D. Out.